It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Warriors out in Oakland. Well, for Golden State, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And DeMarcus Cousins, no question about the talent, but Kenny, can he be the best player or at least a top 2 player on a championship contender?
Oh, yes. Maybe 2 depends on the rest of the roster, but his leadership skill is still a work in progress.
The league is largely about small ball now and pace, but Cousins always causes matchup problems with his size and skill.
Agreed.
And now, with the tip-off coming up shortly, we go courtside. Kevin Harlan has the call.
You mean shortly like you, Ernie?
Michigan State, number 23, from Washington State, number 11, at center, 6'11", number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. And from Davidson, number 30, Stephen Curry. Starting at small forward, at 6'9", number 35, Kevin Durant. And coach of your home team, Steve Kerr. Let's hear it for your Golden State Warriors.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the author of the 700-page book of basketball, a must-read, Bill Simmons.
It's great to be here, and everyone wants me to rewrite that book, but I don't have it in me. So much has changed in basketball over the last 9 years. I got to redo my Hall of Fame pyramid, but I can't sit down and do it, Kevin. I think it's going to last.
How long did it take you to write that book?
It was 3 years of my life, and I was younger. Now it would just be coffee all day, trying to stay awake for it.
But a New York Times bestseller for multiple weeks.
It was number 1. Yeah, it was great. And it taught me that I knew people love basketball, and I think we've seen this decade as basketball has just blossomed into something much bigger than I think it's ever been. I could tell with the book, people liked it.
Take a look at the 76ers. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
And really no surprise here, guys, at all to find them among the elite teams in their conference. And moreover, I'd say this is a team with a legitimate chance to win it all.
I don't think anyone would disagree with that sentiment. They are an outstanding squad who has gotten better throughout the year. You can't forget about them.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Chandler and Embiid are together down low. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. And it's Butler in at the 3. Hands it from downtown. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You can count on this from Klay. He will stretch you from distance.
You know, you look at the roster of the Golden State Warriors, in terms of talent level, Bill, where do you think they rank all time? because they've put now 3 championships together in 4 seasons?
Yeah, it's a tough question because, the Russell Celtics in the 60s, I think had the most talent, but you only also had like 8, 9, 10 teams in the league during those years. But they had teams where there was like 7 or 8 Hall of Famers. The Warriors weren't deep like that. But for what they've done in this era, I think to have, 2 transcendent guys in the same team combined with 2 other guys who are in the top 20. So you have that. And then you have Curry, Thompson, and Durant, I think are probably 3 of maybe the best 8 shooters ever, or 9 shooters, whatever. So you have that over there.
Big statement, yes.
And then to do this in a 30-team league is basically impossible. So if you're comparing them like the 80s Celtics and the 80s Lakers, those teams probably had similar talent, but it was also a smaller league. And if you had a 30-team league in 1985, Kevin McHale's not on the Celtics. He's probably on one of the expansion teams.
Starting 4 All-Stars, the Warriors did.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure we see this again.
I agree. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It's on Jimmy Butler. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
In terms of height, Durant was not a late bloomer, already a 6-footer in middle school.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 6. The feed now to Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Cousins. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy 3-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot.
Oh, my goodness. 5 straight coming out of the gate.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Los Angeles Lakers. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament, maybe for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 07. I called it the Entertaining as Hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination, and then you have the final 2 games in New York City and you blow it out and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. You use the TV revenue from that because you could get good money from that to maybe shorten the season.
Great
which
idea.
Would be, for me, the #1 thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players... I just think basketball is really hard to play.
Durant kicks to Thompson. Shoots over Redick. That one, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Simmons against Curry. Simmons left side. Chandler outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Chandler's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Philadelphia. Now the pass to Green. And he gets the bucket.
Not the tallest power forward in the league, but Draymond Green carving out space.
Redick with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. No good from Simmons.
So tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
Outside for Curry, and stolen by Simmons. Chandler outside. Off target from three-point range. The drive by Green. The teardrop falls in. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not going to lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek, JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Now, here's Thompson after Ben Simmons' miss. Lets it go from deep, and there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Thompson. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Some changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The 76ers trail by 8. Now we've seen some top prospects forgo college, enter the G League straight out of high school. What do you think is the future of the G League? And do you like where it sits right now?
I do. I wish they spent more money on salaries.
I agree.
I wish they blew it out. I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA awesome league that's set up.
And they're bringing kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional basketball player. You see the situation we're in now with the one-and-done guys. They go to college. They show up in September. They're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is March 20th?
Right.
And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They didn't even finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
The first free throw is good. The Warriors making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. Muscala, he's checked in for the 76ers. And so he hits both.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Livingston passes to Looney, and here is Durant. He's covered by Muscala. It's Durant with the drive, up and in on the layup. Durant's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Out to the right wing. Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Iguodala.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Livingston, that's good. And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody.
I agree.
For years and years there, just like very blue-collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Warriors leading by 5. It's Durant on the wing. And it's Golden State with another.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Philadelphia's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. And the call will be against Shaun Livingston. That's his first foul. Now McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ball stolen.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Muscala. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Livingston. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got his first points in this one.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
Now here's Iguodala. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Clock at 4. Jerebko can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 5. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
And that one misses. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but you put a taller guy on him, and Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about him from one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner, and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do. where, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Warriors leading by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron. Here is Brewer. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Korkmaz, and the rejection by Iguodala. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. Steph Curry talks about what makes Coach Steve Kerr so unique as they balance winning with the big picture.
He genuinely cares about what's going on in our lives and our families, and basketball-wise, I think he's really opened my eyes to the perspective of just how you run a team, but that life is obviously a lot bigger than basketball. There's a nice little, marriage of those two that you can enjoy along the way in the process of what we do.
That's a good way of putting it, isn't it? At the end of the day, life is bigger than basketball.
And Steve Kerr shows that. I mean, he cares about his players, his staff. Beyond that, he cares about the country and the world around him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through 1.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Jonas Jerebko out there with Looney. And there's Livingston. And there's Iguodala. And it's Cook in at the 1. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. To the right side. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shamet. No good from outside.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
There's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. Some of the guys try to protect their images and their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
You challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Cook kicks it to Looney. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely over Brewer. And again, no good by Golden State. I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people, and they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Maybe kind of grown up with you, though, too. You've been relevant for many years.
Well,
they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose, But what's weird is
I think you'd be surprised.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you've passed some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh, 100%.
2K. This is it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Now, here's Livingston. And here is Iguodala. And yes, it's good. Bill, a top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on that?
I'm all in. It's probably my son's only chance to go to college, so I really hope it happens. Now, listen, the world changes every decade, and you got to change with it. And the reality is, esports is one of the biggest things we have now. And if you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't we be able to benefit from that? The whole esports in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator event, that's been building. So why wouldn't that work for college?
Thinking about how much sports video gaming has changed over the decades, Bill, can you imagine a 13, 14-year-old Bill Simmons with the 2K product? You would just be all over that, wouldn't you?
You have no idea, Kevin Harlan. I was there for every step of the video game revolution. I had an Intellivision and an Atari. I had Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. I had all three of the first PlayStations.
You played them all the time.
I played entire Madden seasons on the treadmill when I was like in my early 30s. Try playing any video game on the treadmill. Try it and try not falling off. It's impossible. I've been there every step of the way. I'm pro esports. Basketball, I'm jealous of the people who can play 2K well, because there's just, that sound like an old guy, but so many buttons and so many things to remember. I'm always so impressed when people just remember all the combinations and stuff. I'm jealous.
Like your son does.
My son
plays
can do it.
I know it.
But I could have done it. I know you could have. I want to take 1984 me out of a time machine and just give me this game. I would have unleashed.
Yeah, but 13-year-old Bill Simmons would like what 40-year-old Bill Simmons is.
13-year-old Bill Simmons would be amazed that 48-year-old Bill Simmons was getting paid to do anything. He would really be excited about that. Just that he wasn't living at home. We would have been fired up.
Sometimes you get tunnel vision being that close inside, but he saw the entire court and threw it out to an open teammate.
Curry finds Cousins. Count it. Cousins has got 7 points.
As much as today's game is being played on the perimeter, it's good to see Cousins attacking inside.
Now here's Redick. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Shot from the top of the key. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 10 points for Wilson Chandler.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Back to Curry, and stolen by Simmons. Over Green. They get it back. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Butler.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
Curry passes to Thompson. And it's Golden State with another.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
Warriors leading by 5. Green in the post. He's guarded by Chandler. Curry against Simmons. They get a hand on it. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. That's good from Simmons.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
And the Warriors making a change here. Durant's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. McConnell's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Indiana. Durant against Butler. Durant kicks to Thompson. Shoots over Redick. Thompson with the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The 76ers trail by 5. Down low. The kick outside to Butler. A three-pointer off the mark. Golden State's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Back to Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists in the game.
And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
Now, here's Butler. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And you know, another way he impacted the game was forcing turnovers. Really disrupted the offensive flow.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Redick against Thompson. Shoots over Redick. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Well, who doesn't like fast break basketball? They're on the 2K Sports leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA with the teams who have scored the most points in transition this season. In third, the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long, so that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Durant, no good.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Here's Simmons, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Warriors leading by 4. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good on the triple. Thompson's got 14 points.
When Thompson's in the zone, he can carry an offense. That's a luxury for this team.
Timeout called the 76ers. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat. chance to look at Jimmy Butler. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. Right around 21 points per, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Here's Curry after Ben Simmons' bucket. Thompson surveying the floor. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 7-point differential. Kicks to Butler. Over Curry. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And it's 6 points for Butler.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Green. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Over Simmons. Offensive rebound. They kick it out to Green. For 3, Durant. Redick with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shots good by Simmons.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
Pass to Green. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Smitty's so great to have Bill with us, a guy who's ahead of the curve creatively.
Kevin, he was a pioneer in blogging, Emmy nominated for his work on documentaries. The guy never stops thinking of new ways to produce content.
Now here's Durant. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Curry. Here's Cousins. Another shot. Outside for Curry. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Steph Curry.
So good with the ball in his hands. Curry's just as effective off the catch.
Here's Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Green in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Now, here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Passes it to Embiid. Nice D from Cousins. And the first half is now in the books. The Warriors on top, leading by 6. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. With Draymond Green, Draymond rebounding a bit of a struggle. How do you improve that?
Hit your man, get 5 guys to the boards. Guards get in there and clean up those boards that's loose, but our big guys got to hold our mans off, and we've been doing that this half.
We'll see if all 5 can get you more boards in that second half, Dre. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 16 points and 1 assist. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, we've been watching Klay Thompson for a while now. He's a guy who's unselfish, and he's willing to defer, but when he's feeling it, he knows it's time to take over. His jump shot is pretty much the definition of repeatable motion, and that's what we saw in the first half, him repeatedly sinking shots.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, their perimeter defense is falling apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Chandler and Embiid are together down low. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And it's Cousins with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 6. Simmons finds Redick. Now here's Embiid. Here's Simmons. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game. We're always talking, Steve, about versatility. I guess the ultimate example would be guys who can go to either hand equally well.
Yeah, you have those guys. Kyrie Irving stands out for me. Mike Conley being able to finish with both hands. Then there's some bigs around the basket, DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. John Wall is pretty good. He finishes a lot of times with dunks. So there's a lot of guys that understand that it's great to have that offhand and you can go to it.
Here's Redick. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Outside, Simmons. And that one drops. Simmons got 19 points.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way. He's still able to complete the play.
Green kicks to Thompson. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. He's got 19.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The pass to Redick. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Curry against Simmons. Here's Thompson. They kick it out to Green. Over Chandler. And it's Green missing. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside, Redick for 3. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Free throw good, Green. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
And he makes both free throws. Draymond Green credits his upbringing in Saginaw, Michigan for his toughness, Steve.
He comes from a long line of people who love to talk. On the playgrounds in Michigan, you have to back it up. So he was always determined to earn respect by winning, no matter what.
Now here's Simmons. 21 points in the game.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, finances may be the only thing that can slow down the Warriors. Those star contracts place them way above the salary cap. Big luxury taxes are on the horizon.
Let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. Kevin Durant, third.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
The small forward position is traditionally a lot of scoring from that position. These fellas carry on that tradition.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Curry kicks to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Curry. From deep. Another three for Golden State.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 13-point game. To the middle, here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now, here's Thompson. He gets it in there. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
Here's a good example of taking what the defense allows. Klay Thompson, not just an outside threat.
Here's Simmons, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 8 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks.
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
Thompson inside the line. Rebounded by Wilson Chandler.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 25. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Golden State. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Green. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 14. And Redick kicks to Simmons. To the paint, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Beautiful to see Simmons working in pick and roll sets. He just knows when to shoot as well as when to pass to his teammate.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Simmons. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. He kicks it to Cousins. And the rejection by Embiid. Curry can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 14. Chandler outside. And he's good on the three ball. Chandler's got 13 points.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Steve, you think about Coach Steve Kerr as a player, the 50th pick in 1988, and for his career, the best three-point percentage in NBA history.
I played with him, and I played against him. Always had to know where he was on the floor. The perfect coach for this sharpshooting team.
Here's Cousins. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Curry outside. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his third assist on the night.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Now here's Simmons. Outside Butler, 6 to shoot. Pass to Embiid. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Smitty, when you were playing, the league tinkered with the distance of the three-point line. Given the emphasis on perimeter offense now, should they consider moving it further out?
Kevin, please not. No way. Guys are shooting it 4 or 5 feet behind the line already. Now if you move it back, then they're going to move back to half court.
I know.
Keep the line the way it is right now. I like it the way it is right now, Kevin.
It's enough of a challenge, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Shamet buries it down low. 9 points in the game so far.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Curry on the wing. Passes it to Looney. Back to Curry. Puts it up. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Kerr. Here's the floater, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Quinn Cook's checked in for Golden State.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Warriors leading by 9. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Looney passes to Iguodala. Banked in off the glass. Iguodala's got his second basket.
Superior muscle from Iggy on that possession there. Just a stellar job using his girth.
Back to McConnell. Banked in off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Cook kicks to Jerebko. Back to Cook. To the inside. 2 points. That one goes.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
The pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Livingston. On the wing, Iguodala. Mike Muscala is checked in for Joel Embiid. Now off the inbound. And the shot is long.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Pass to McConnell. Warriors with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Iguodala outside. Cook kicks to Livingston. Buried from 15 feet out. Livingston's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Shamet. He's covered by Livingston. Here's Muscala. Knocks down the 3-ball. Muscala's got his first 3 points of the game.
What a valuable asset to the offense, having a big with that kind of range.
Cook looking it over. Here's Looney. Kicks to Livingston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, Golden State.
Shaun Livingston playing within himself. He understands his offense, and to get to his spot, his sweet spot, that's the mid-range.
Shamet. He's covered by Livingston. And the call will be against Shaun Livingston. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Shamet defended by Jerebko. Shot clock at 6. Shamet rebounded by Jerebko.
And tonight he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
He kicks to Cook. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The 76ers trail by 12. Brewer the pass to Korkmaz. Another miss by Philadelphia. Warriors shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Here's Brewer, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot, gentlemen.
Six seconds left to play in the third. Here's Cook. Off on that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Warriors lead by 9. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The 76ers trail by 9. Iguodala out there with Looney. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Livingston. And it's Cook in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. Brewer's shot is off. And the Warriors with possession here. Livingston kicks to Cook. Back to Livingston. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the post-up game losing favor around the NBA, Steve. But for point guard Shaun Livingston, that's his bread and butter.
First, he has a size advantage most every night, and then he loves to get down there in the block. He has the vision to punish teams for trying to dig or double team him when he's scoring.
The first free throw is good. And Shaun Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Livingston hits both of them.
Livingston is a very reliable free throw shooter, coming in with a career average of almost 80%.
Now, here's Brewer. He's covered closely, and Embiid gets it to go.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Cook the pass to Cousins. Got a hand on it. Pass to Brewer. The dish to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Shamet sinks the triple.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
Here is Cook. 3-on-3. Here's Korkmaz. Another three for Philadelphia.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
Now here's Livingston. Knocks it loose, and Cousins kicks it to Looney. Inside, lock at 6. No good from Cousins.
Woo, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
Embiid is at the elbow. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Embiid's got 14 points here in the second half. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Joel Embiid. Butler comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Ben Simmons in for Korkmaz. Now here's Livingston. Passes it to Cook. Here's Looney, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Philadelphia.
The 76ers trail by 3. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Shamet, the basket good off the assist from Simmons.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Timeout called the Warriors. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Curry subbed in for Quinn Cook. J.J. Redick's checked in for Philadelphia. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Amir Johnson's checked in for the 76ers.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Durant kicks to Green. Right side Curry. Outside for Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 17 points for Kevin Durant. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They trail by 1. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Korkmaz checked in for Amir Johnson. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Chandler kicks to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson against Redick. Launches it. But they get it back. Outside Butler. Redick against Thompson. Simmons left side, tries again, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Simmons got 27.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
Now the pass to Durant. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Now here's Simmons. Outside Butler. Redick for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Here's Curry. Back to Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Boy, you think of Cousins as a low-post player. Never would we imagine he'd have this kind of range.
And stolen by Cousins. Chandler against Green. Lets a floater go. Here's Korkmaz. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Durant finds Cousins. Back to Durant. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Durant launches from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Chandler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right side, Butler. Curry against Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. He dishes it to Butler. Simmons trying to get open. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Simmons.
You see the instincts of Butler on plays like this. Understands how and where to get his shots.
And it's time for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Joel Embiid. That's the news, David.
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the 76ers. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. That's the end of his night, and he could be out for a while. Not the news he wanted to hear, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Durant, the pass to Green. Thompson for the triple. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Right side, Simmons. Basket, good. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
And Simmons is totally comfortable near the rim, using his body well to get the shot he wants.
Curry kicks to Green. Over Chandler. The rebound by Wilson Chandler. The 76ers trail by 3. Redick with it. Dishes it to Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup. Simmons got 16 points here in the second half.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Curry dishes to Durant. Ball's knocked loose. Curry against Simmons. Top of the key. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 21 in the game.
There have been a number of heat checks here for Curry, but he keeps on rolling.
Out to Chandler. Inside, Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And so he hits both. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know. Greg goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Now, that's an energetic drive to the rim by Jimmy Butler. Speed and strength.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Curry finds Cousins. Now Curry. Outside Durant, pass to Cousins. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Great idea to get it to Cousins. Things are starting to tighten up. Could be a hard-fought battle the rest of the way.
Now here's Butler. Brewer trying to free himself. Goes back up. And it's Butler missing. Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Curry kicks to Thompson. Curry against Simmons. And here is Curry, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins.
And this is what you like about Cousins. Has the power, has the length, but then has these crafty little moves like that up fake.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Some call him a star, some call him a tease. Cousins is somewhere in between the two.
Both free throws good from Cousins. The 76ers trail by 3. And Redick kicks to Simmons. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Now, here's Green. Thompson outside. 5 on the clock, and the shot is good. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot, and when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Durant against Butler. Pass to Redick. And Brewer kicks to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Chandler's shot, good.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Stephen Curry. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That ties the game up.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
On the wing, Thompson. Green up on top. Kicks it to Curry. Durant in the corner. Good!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 2. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Butler against Durant. Money! A huge shot to tie it up.
Gigantic bucket from Butler. Close the door on that shot.
Timeout called the Warriors. The score is tied at 124. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And stolen by Simmons. Right side, Butler to take the lead.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back. Stepping up, DeMarcus knows it's time to shine. Has the shot-making ability to come through.
And the 76ers making a change here. Muscala's checked in.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
And the 76ers call time here. They trail by 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Butler passes to Simmons. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's on Kevin Durant.
You know what? This is a skill set to be able to take the bump and stay on balance after the initial contact.
makes the clutch free throw.
And you talk about coming through at the most crucial moment. What a job to tie this thing up.
Timeout called the Warriors. Here's Thompson. Now here's Curry. Back to Thompson. Over Redick.
With the game on the line, who better to turn to than Thompson for a big shot? A clutch performer who lives for the big moment.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Steph, what was the key that had your offense going so well tonight?
Obviously, guys have to make shots, and when we're creating and moving our bodies and the ball's moving, we're not turning it over. You know, we're tough to guard, and everybody had confidence tonight to go out there and make plays. So that's contagious, and we got to find that next game if we want to keep this going.
Obviously, the way you guys want to play, Steph. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.